So tell me about your childhood.
My childhood was good. I grew up to stay with my aunt. She was a teacher, right? She had like 3 boys and 2 daughters. Okay, the daughters were like doing well. The other one was in the army. The other one was working in a big company. Spare like, but they sell like body parts, like car parts and everything. So it was me, and we were almost the same age, but she was like a year younger than me. I was older than boys, like 3 boys. So the girls were not staying there, just the 3 boys and me, and my niece and like 2 ladies. You know my kids, right?
Yeah.
So well, lived with my auntie. My dad was comfortable keeping me there with a sister, knowing that okay, she's a teacher. It's gonna be okay with me, because my dad wished the best for me since I was the first daughter, a princess. So she was making sure that I get the best of my education and everything. Like I used to live in my mother's house. It was far, so I had to take like 2 buses from there to come to school. So he decided to keep me with my aunt.
How old are you?
I was 10, 11, 12. 12 was even, no, 10, 11.
Okay.
Going to 12. I remember when I left there, it's just that, like the body, like these days we grow up like develop so fast. I was a chubby baby. Cheeky, like you can see my body right now. No. Left, stayed with my auntie. Everything was okay. Started staying, and then later on, I saw changes. That my cousin was the youngest. I wasn't good at math. Like when it comes to math, I wasn't comfortable with math. She mentioned that your cousin is gonna help you with math.
Okay.
Because maybe that's what he told my aunt. I don't know. So he will grab a blanket. At my age, I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't comfortable with that. I couldn't say a word. He will cover me and grab my math book, put it on the table in his room. So that was so strange to me. I'm like, what is going on here? I had no one to talk to.
How old was he at the time?
As I'm talking about somebody who's at the university, right? That person will be like in his early 20s or something. And I was in grade 5, 10, 11. Because when I was in grade 6, I was 12. I think when I was in grade 6, I was 11. Then grade 8, I was 12. That's what I remember.
So you were around 10 years old then?
Yeah.
And he was in his 20s?
In his 20s, like early 20s, not even his 20s. Early 20s. Early 20s can be 24, 25, 26, 28. So, but he was in the university.
So what was your first encounter? What happens?
No, I don't even want to talk about it. But it was so strange. That's when I realized that we are living with animals on this part of the world. He came to tell my auntie that he wanted to help me with my studies, and he grabbed me, telling me that I should bring my mathematics book. I went to his room with this blanket, and it was winter. I remember very well, a cold winter night. That was my cousin. He did that in front of my auntie because I was vulnerable. And I was told to do what? Don't say a word. You know who you are here. If you ever say a word, it's gonna come back to you. So I don't want to talk more about it anyway. Like I told you.
Did he continue?
You know when you are hopeless and helpless, what would you do?
Nothing.
Like I said, I heard your story and it was so touching. I'm like, yeah, some people, they have their stories to tell. Yeah, I never said those to anyone else, but I used to think and say, yeah, I wish my little girls would grow up in my eyes. I'll never let them.
Growing up as a teenager, does it affect you? The way how you deal with men? Does it affect you the way how, in life, just how you deal with life?
It does a lot, and it has an impact. When it comes to men, that's when I started. I don't know how I ended up even. To be honest with you, since then I never had love. But I don't know how it happens. I'm still asking myself. But I'm lucky to encounter with people who are so loving to me, patiently loving and caring. I think it's a blessing in disguise, because when it comes to me, I don't take men serious sometimes
Because of what happens.
because of what happens.
Because if a family member, a cousin can do
Can
that.
do that. Do I even know where they're coming from? Do I have to trust them? Do I have to trust their word? No. I have to trust them, but at the same time, to me, a man is a man. And I was once a wanted lion. As you know, I wanted lion. A wanted lion will never be at ease. Can I say something?
Yes.
Sometimes I will feel like a man too.
In what aspect?
In what aspect? Like when you raise up your voice or you start fighting me, I'll tell myself, no, hell no.
You're defending yourself.
I'll defend myself.
Yes, it's a defense.
Because right now I feel like I can.
Yeah.
I never get that before. But right now that I can do that, I'll do it.
You felt like that power was taken
Was
away
taken
from
away
you
from me
when you were younger.
when I was younger. But right now, there was a time that I had hatred on. But I said, you know what? I'm a woman.
I feel the anger.
Yeah.
You feel angry.
And I'll tell you my story. My first husband was like almost my daddy's age, because I felt comfortable
with older men.
With older men.
Because your first encounter was with an
was
older
with
man.
an older man.
Yeah.
No, not exactly. Like, I felt comfortable with older men because that was my father's age, right?
Okay.
But with those younger men, like with younger men, like my cousin's age, like I said, he was in his early 20s. He was young. I never felt comfortable with him. But like I said, I don't want to talk much about him because, like I said, I've healed and I don't want to. Oh, well, if you have healed, you can talk about it. But at the same time,
yes,
some things, it's hard to.
But you need to get it out so you can be fully healed.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can be fully healed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So with me, my first husband, he was old. The father of my 2 kids. He's old. So I feel secure with those people.
Yeah.
I feel secure with those people because my daddy used to cover me under his wings.
And that's the same way you felt.
I felt. And my aunts thought it has to be like that because I'm not his kid, and that was his favorite son.
Her favorite son.
Yeah, her favorite son.
Have you ever talked to your aunt about what happened? Ever?
He's trying to get out of me. He even tried to tell me that when I come back home, he wants to see me. She wants to see me. Mm. I don't have a problem with that, but still, I still have that hatred.
For your aunt or for
everyone. For everyone in that family. It was how I left. They ended up hating me.
So you never talked to your aunt?
I never talked to anybody about it, but they ended up hating me for no reason.
But why?
I don't know. I've said it to one of my cousins, but when I was talking about it, I was drunk, I guess. Nobody took me serious. But I decided, you know what? The next morning, I fucked up. How can I talk about this thing now? I have like 2 kids already. Why did I even have to talk about it? I never spoke about this thing before. But why am I even talking about it right now? I fucked up. Because I have to answer a lot of questions. They'll be asking me a lot of questions. I have to answer a lot of questions. I have to explain myself. Why were you quiet about it? And I said, you know what? I've just fucked up. Let me just move on with my life.
Do you think within yourself that you have done anything wrong to brought that on? Have you ever think that way, that it's your fault?
It's my fault not talking about it, because sometimes, somehow, it's still hurting my future, I guess.
Even now?
Even now. But maybe I'm healing because of aging or something. But I'm okay with it. But if, like, the way I listened to your poem, or secret, I was like, what? Maybe one day I'll be like you. How I wish I could.
You're right about it.
Write about it, so that, talking about something, it holds you and it makes you.
Is he still alive? Is your cousin still alive?
He's still alive. And one day, he invited me on Facebook. I never accepted him. After realizing that I never accepted him, he blocked me and he deleted everything.
That's fine.
That was fine with me too, because I was even, he put all the memories. When I saw her friend request on Facebook, I started drinking more. Even in this country, I started drinking more. I'm like, what's going on with him? What is he taking me for? I'm sure he heard about me leaving my country and being here. I'm sure he was just mocking me or something. I don't know. So I was so angry, furious about it. Why would he do that? Was he trying to remind me?
Maybe not. Maybe he's just trying to think. Is you think that he still have that power over you? Because for him to do that at your age, that I think that's him taking that power away from you at 10 years old. So he figures that by him contacting you, he still have that power, but he doesn't. And for you to gain your power back and not feeling that way is whether you see him on Facebook or see his profile or anything, he can touch you. He can do anything. You have to take your power back. And what I could advise you to do as well is, just like how you're sitting down and you're talking to me, write it out. Write it out. And after you write everything out, the way how you feel, tear it up. Just tear it up and throw it in the garbage. And that's it. Write about it. Because the way how I find therapy for myself is writing poetry about my life.
Okay.
So when you write, you put things down on paper and you give it life, and you just tear it up. You get everything out and just tear it.
I had hatred. I had a hatred for a male since then, but I thank God I ended up having my kids. But there were times where I was like giving up. And then, yeah, a man was, for me, to punch a man wasn't a big deal. Just when you say something weird, or even if you're tall like this, I don't care. Even if I die on your hand, I'll just crush you right away.